Well, hello people of the internet, and welcome back to the channel. I've made a couple small changes to my EXT shock here. I added a little bit of preload. I typically don't like doing that. It's still not like crazy cranked preload, but it's like 5 whole turns or 6 whole turns now instead of only like 2. EXT is like really adamant about not using a whole lot of preload. But yeah, it was just like so super duper dead at the top, and I've just been running it like that. But yeah, back into, so like right before a race, I don't like to make a bunch of changes. I like to just get something that I'm happy with. I use overdrive to make sure that whatever I've done isn't like so far off that I can't ride anymore. As long as I can put down a good time on overdrive, I'm pretty happy with whatever changes I've made. And if it's like, a month before a race or something, I'm just going to dial in, myself to whatever I'm going to be racing, whatever wheel. But yeah, now that we don't have any races for a while, actually I might be able to go to Camp Shred at the end of this month. It all depends on if I'm still working. Right now, I'm not working. Yeah, I just got some time off. There's no jobs. I'm working construction, so it just is what it is. Summertime especially is a slow time for us. Which is cool because the races are all right now. Yeah, I was lucky enough to get the time off for, I only had to take 1 day off to make Shredfest. Lucky enough to get the time off. Not really take time off, but a job ended right before Northwest, so I was able to make that. And then, yeah, we had like 1 week of work, and now I'm sitting until further notice. And I think we've got a job coming up in October that I know about. And yeah, until then, I think I might just have time off. So I'm going to get on my unemployment benefits. But yeah, I'll be riding a lot. And if I can, if work doesn't, just pop up, I'm going to go out to Camp Shred. Unfortunately, that means, though, that if work pops up right when it's time to go to Amped, I might not be able to make it to Amped. But I'll be happy if I can make it to Camp Shred. I'd be real bummed if I have to miss Amp, though, man. Especially with that new race through the rail yard thing with tricks and stuff. Like, that's made for me. But I really want to try this shock out a little bit more. While I was in there messing around with some stuff, we'll get you situated here and we'll get on the single track. While I was dismantling things and getting my preload changed, I went ahead and filed down the part of the apex that you need to file down to make room for a 240 millimeter shock, because on my original E-Moto I already have a 240 millimeter shock. Actually, wait, no, it's dang it. You know what? I have the S22. I have S22 shocks that I can use. It's a DNM. I totally forgot that I sold my 240 millimeter. My E-Moto is not 240 millimeter. I think it's bigger. And I was thinking all last night, maybe I was a little too high. I was thinking all last night that, yeah, the shock on my Kuberg was 240, but yeah, it's not. I would have to buy a new shock. I have a DNM, but I mean, it'd be okay for testing purposes, but I would immediately want to change it to the DVO or something again. But yeah, I sold my S22 that has a DVO shock on it. I just can't remember. Even if I sold him the old DNM shock, I will have another DNM shock because I have 2 S22s. But my the S22 that I kept has Fox Float X2 air shock, and the X2s have too big of an air canister to fit the apex. Somebody in like Russia or something, I think, said that they put an X2 in their Apex, and I was like, I need like a walkthrough guide. Like, how did you make the space? I think they had to do a lot of grinding and use some clever spacers. Trying to feel out how this shock feels right now. I don't know, it's hard to tell if, I still think we just need a new linkage. It's like I keep doing so much work with shocks, but the linkage is just what feels bad. It's just too progressive at the end and too nothing at the top, so it's hard to find something that actually feels comfortable to ride. I want something that feels like my S22. The S22 had a nice linear but like strong enough ratio. S22 is the dream. I just want S22 just kind of was like rickety as hell with those little wheel sliders and stuff. But what I want is to try the F18 so badly. Yeah, when the F18 starts coming around, like if Marty gets one, if Roger gets one, those guys are kind of in my area, and yeah, I don't know, help me out if you see them starting to test the F18, shout at them to link up with me, because yeah, I want to try that wheel. That's the next wheel that I'm like really excited about. I like the X-Way, but I was never like insanely excited about it just because, well, it's a Bigode, and Bigodes have records of not being super great. And yeah, I gotta keep it moving because it's hot today. I need that air conditioning. Oh, why'd that feel so weird and harsh? Whew. Shit, what was I saying before I dropped in? Oh my god, that fucking jump needs some love. The lip on it is like two different like platforms, and I just like ran sideways into the side of one. Ah. Yeah, I think I need a little less preload actually right now. It's so hard trying to chase the linkages, like trying to solve the linkages issues with the shock is so difficult. But anyway, yeah, once that F18 is available, make sure I get my hands on one, y'all. I think there's maybe about 3 or 4 of you that might actually take up that torch and fight the good fight. But yeah, I love Marty, but the F18 is not gonna get the right sort of the right look under Marty's eye. I know what to look for when it comes to off-road wheels. Maybe just a little bit better than Sir Marty. And I mean, at this point, right, just like send me a wheel, let me take it down overdrive and see how fast I can go. And we've got a pretty good like graduated list of, you know, what is a good time, what's an okay time, and then what's like a stellar time that's like really hard to beat, like 3:33. But man, yeah, I missed that King Song firmware, and I missed that smoothness. This linkage just does not feel smooth. I've done whatever I can, like this shock is amazing, but I mean, what do you do when the linkage is just so funky with its curve? This is feeling pretty good for now though. I think I could maybe even yeah, back off the preload a little more for sure. I went 3. I probably could have only gone 2. I wanted to make sure I really felt the change. What I was kind of hoping for, it's like, I don't understand it. The 700 pound felt too stiff. The 650, I just feel like I'm sitting too low in the travel. I'm just like, what the hell? Did I maybe just have too much? Oh my god, bugs. Did I maybe just have too much preload on the 700 when I tried it or something? I don't know. Water break. It's crazy how fast that flag went. I was looking at footage the other day, and I think it was only like the beginning of June. That thing was brand new, and yeah, it's already in half. I don't know if they make like, I mean, the sun and the wind just destroy it. I don't know if that was ever like a weather strong one or whatever. Anyway, let's mosey on down Overdrive. It's not gonna be anything crazy right now. Just want to make sure this thing feels good. I kind of think I need to loosen the preload, but it does feel better. I think I'm on the right track. I think I just went a little too far. So if we can get somewhere near like like a 350, 4 minutes. Be happy with that for this run. Yeah, we'll hit the rocks, why not? We're not trying to go for a burner lap. pretty decent. Yeah, I feel like if I just would have went to 2 extra turns of preload instead of 3, I would have been happier with that. Oh, I think that felt pretty good. That's probably a 350 or under. If it's less, if it's like 340, then man, I needed to add those turns of preload a long time ago. And I know I've always said not to crank preload. I did have to do that on the X-Way. Shit. Underdrive is fucking up overdrive now. Yeah, so there's a problem with Racebox. We'll use at least I've gotten pretty good with the, I know exactly where to start, like start frame and end frame. There's like a ridge of rocks right after the first compression on overdrive, and then there's like a bush at the end here. Those are the start and end gates. I'm pretty good at timing it with just a timer in DaVinci now. But the problem with that is I don't know what that time is right now. And so yeah, it's a bummer. I don't know why. Whatever. I don't know why it is tracking underdrive when I clearly went through the overdrive start. I wish that Racebox was a little smarter, and like there's 2 things that could solve this with the Racebox, like on their side, how they could solve this. Obviously they're more geared towards cars and things, but I'm thinking about getting, there's this watch, it only updates 5 hertz per second instead of the 25 hertz, but if it's good enough for mountain bikes, it should be good enough for us. Anyway, there's like these watches that, you know, have GPS, and then you can upload that into Strava, and Racebox is really cool, but I think that it'd just be easier and I'd stop having these issues if I was able to use something like Strava instead of Racebox. And yeah, using that watch with the 5 hertz refresh is still better than the 1 hertz. I think I'm going to end up researching that route and maybe going that route. But yeah, anyway, it should know, first off, it should just know when I go through overdrive that I'm only going to be trying to do overdrive. I wish that it worked that way. I also, because it's like I didn't go anywhere near the start to underdrive, but it gave me a time for underdrive. See what I'm saying? I did come close to the end of underdrive. It's like right next to the last corner there on overdrive, and then it gave me a time for underdrive. It's like, what? I don't understand what's going on, if there's like a way to fix it, but it's not like super easy, it's not super intuitive. The other thing that would just help to solve this is if I could just like deactivate one of my custom tracks without having to completely delete it, because when I want to bring it back, I want it to be the exact same start and finish points, or else it's just, you know, bad science. So yeah, these are the problems I'm having with Racebox as an off-road trail rider. If all my trails were really far apart, I don't think it would give me this issue. But oftentimes these trails are, you know, at least start, you know, 3 of them will start at the same spot, and then heck, they might even end at the same spot. And then you don't really, I don't know, Racebox is just getting really confused with these start and end gates being too close to each other. It's gonna be super hot today, so it's like a little bit of a fitness test. The other cool thing about if I had, you know, like a polar watch and use Strava and stuff like that, I could just be recording my entire ride. I wouldn't have to pull out my phone at the top of every run and at the bottom of every run to make sure it all worked and stuff. Unfortunately, I think it could also bring back the issue of me not knowing things until I get home. That is one problem, because I think the way that I'm thinking of doing it is not just using, I don't want to just use Strava. I want to use something that's like a little bit better than just a phone GPS. So I'm going to use, like a GPS watch, and then you can upload the telemetry basically to Strava, and then that's how you get that to all work. But yeah, I like to know my times immediately. I love the way that Racebox works when it works. It's fucking awesome, but it is causing me way too many headaches. Like as soon as I try to add more than just one trail. Like if I delete Underdrive, then I can have Overdrive, as like a keep Overdrive as my test track. I really don't want to delete that Overdrive track, because that's just like the all-time test track. And it's also, I can't delete it until October, because there's currently my challenge running on it. Alright, we're gonna at least try to record some Underdrive. Since that trail seems to be working, we just don't actually have anything to track for a while. Oh! Remember to slow down for that turn. This one too. Oh. Okay. Alright, right after this turn, we start tracking and jumping. Oh, barely. I kind of forgot that one was coming. I know this one's coming. Big speed, big speed. Lift off. Oh yeah. Woo-hoo-hoo. Oh, forgot which way this trail turns. feet are wiggling around a little bit too. I think I need to cinch my pads down a little more. Oh, careful here. Whew. How much speed can we get back here at the end? Don't want to go too fast off of that one, or you're just going like 6 feet to flat. Oh, a big speed for this rock. Oh yeah. Oh, that last rock feature is so fun. Whew. All right, I forgot what my time was last week. Let's see what we got. So yeah, it's pretty good. I just got a 245, which is not bad. First one last time I was out was 253, then 251, then 242, 245, not bad. But I just got stung by a bee in my armpit down here. Not super stoked about that. I do want to run Underdrive again just because it's so fun. But I think I'm going to try again tomorrow. Try to get out a little earlier. I'm usually... Oh, I forgot to track this.
Workout resumed.
Yeah, whatever. I've already done like 2 laps, Mr. Workout. But yeah, anyway, I got out here like really late for my standards today, and yeah, I like to ride a little earlier when it's not so hot. This doesn't feel miserable yet. What do we got? No, don't. I just wanted to go back to home. Whatever. I don't know how to work this watch completely well yet, but I don't think it's like 100 yet. I don't know if I'm tripping or what, but I feel like it sounds like there's like a bug or something trapped somewhere in my clothes or backpack or something. I don't know. I think I'm just tripping, but I definitely got stung by something at the bottom. I don't know if I'm just hearing a bug in the bushes. I don't know. We gotta get going though. Nice and steady. I don't think that step up actually would be too hard. It's the turn after that sketches me out. And like the landing really close to the wall is not super confidence inspiring. All right. And tracking begins now. Low. Don't forget about the step up. Nice, right around that rock at the top. I got step up coming. Nice. Woo! That woohoo was brought to you by that sandy turn. Oh, sandy cheeks. Oh, I want to get that one all the way across. I think it's the only thing I'm not clearing. Might not be clearing that, but that one's not really big anyways. Alright, keep that speed up. Let's see what we can do. Got some rocks coming. Be careful through that gnarly rock garden that's coming up. We're starting it now. Whew. All right, pretty good. Definitely can do better. Nice and chill. I don't know what happened there. I wasn't able to bite into the speed at the end. All right, couple little slow spots. It could definitely be cleaned up a lot. There's still a lot more work to be done on that trail for sure. Whew. Let's see what Racebox says though. See, like, this is fun being able to know what time I got immediately. It's just a bummer that I can only do like one trail at a time. And I don't want to delete Overdrive, so I think I'll just have my fun on Underdrive and then delete Underdrive. There's got to be a way. I think the start gate doesn't interfere, but the end gate would have to move if I wanted to run both of them. 241. I think that's tied with my best right now, pretty much. Might have some milliseconds to compare, but it's all 241. All right, dropping into Distortion. I think we'll just take Distortion all the way today. Do that gnarly rock garden and stuff. We'll do tomorrow's Saturday, and I'm sure Brent is gonna want to ride if he's not pooped from working all week in the frickin' heat. But I'll try to convince him. He probably won't want to go, but if he goes, then I'll be happy he did. That's how it always works out. He's so tired from working all week, but then you forget, like, riding is your riding is your escape from the boredom and the stress. So don't skip riding, or else the next week's gonna suck when you go back to work and you haven't ridden all week. Man, what a pedal clip back there though. Hopefully I didn't screw up my little pedal risers. It's crazy because sometimes it feels like you're going so fast because there's just so much bumpy, crazy roughness going on underneath you, but you're not actually going super fast. It's just rough. there's a really low. This one, yeah. Oh, it's hard to get the speed out of the corner for that one. Keep on running through. Whoa, what a drop. I feel like there used to be more rocks there that catch you a little bit. There's just nothing. Distortion is a long one. Oof, oof, oof. There's usually some hikers on it too, so you gotta be careful for that. Not usually, but I've noticed more than other trails there's hikers on this one. As I've become more of a racer and not just a trail rider, still definitely just a trail rider first, racer second, but sometimes I try to take like faster lines instead of just the line that I would normally take, which like normally I bonk the rock, I take the tire over the rock, but that sends you up more than it sends you, forward. And so lately I've been experimenting with a lot of race lines where I avoid rocks, I avoid going up and shooting off of rocks, but I end up clipping them a lot more with my pedals now, which is scary. I would much rather like bonk to the moon than clip a pedal. Alright, we're gonna step out onto the main road for a second here. And back in. Alright, road is clear. Go up to this one, go through. This is going to be gnarliest part of the trail coming up here in a second. Here we go. Go up and over. Oh, I'll get some speed for this jump. Oh. That part's bad. Good, bad. Ooh-ah. Keep it low. Keep it to the right. Ooh-ah. Baby jumps. One more. That line's cool because the first one's real small, and the second one's a little bigger, and the third one's like kind of a decent little gap. Whew. That was pretty good. My legs feel decent. And I've got a late start today. What time is it? 9:30? Yeah, I'm usually very done with riding about 9:30. But I usually ride a lot more than just what I did right now. Don't know if I want to ride more right now. No, it's not worth it because I definitely want to take some preload off this thing. So that's going to be the end of our video for today. Maybe I upload this one, maybe I don't. I've got a lot of videos I'm sitting on right now. And yeah, I really need to get to uploading. But anyway, hope you had fun. Don't crank your preload too much. This is only 5 turns of preload and I think it feels pretty shit. I definitely did make the adjustment that I wanted to make, but I made it too much. So yeah, people that are running like 20 turns of preload, I don't know. I had to do kind of a lot, maybe like 15 on my X-Way. But I think it just needs a stronger spring. I don't know. I don't ride the X-Way too much, but I'm pretty happy with where this wheel's gotten so far. EXT shock is killing it, even when I don't have it set up ideally. I really can't wait to try it with just one more turn less of preload. Then we'll go out and try everything again tomorrow. If you made it this far in the video, thanks so much. Hope you're having a good week. Hope you're riding a bunch. Every bit of riding just improves your mental health. So get out there and go ride. If you stuck around this long in the video, like and subscribe. And keep the vibes high. Stay stoked. Go fast. Don't die.